Welcome to the Workamper Show, brought to you by Workamper.com. This podcast helps you discover how to finance your RV travel dreams. Each one of our episodes will introduce you to people who are already living the RV lifestyle or to work camping opportunities all around the U.S. You'll also learn how to hit the road the right way and make the most of every opportunity. Now let's turn over today's show to your host, Greg Gerber.
Today I'm interviewing a business owner from Maine about an incredible work camping opportunity right outside the front door to one of America's most scenic national parks. Today's episode is sponsored by Workamper News. Much more than just a job listing website, when you put the tools of this professional service into action, you'll find out just how easy it can be to turn your work camping dreams into reality. A Workamper membership opens the door to a one-stop shop for all things work camping. Being the original resource for work camping, you'll find the largest number of job listings, be able to connect with a community of work campers, and view resources compiled by experts who've been enjoying the RV lifestyle for many years. If you're serious about leading a successful and enjoyable work camping lifestyle, then membership is for you. Join today at www.workamper.com. Embark on new adventures today with the support of Workamper News behind you. My guest today is Glenn Tucker, who is the owner of several tourism businesses in Bar Harbor, Maine that serve visitors to Acadia National Park. Glenn explains why his company has relied on work campers for 25 years. He describes the wide variety of positions available and how cross-training keeps every day interesting for work campers. He also shares what makes a great candidate, why customer service matters so much, and why recruiting for the 2027 season begins months earlier than most people start thinking about their summer plans. If you've ever dreamed about spending a summer in one of America's most beautiful destinations while earning a competitive wage, then this episode is for you. To tell us more about this rewarding seasonal opportunity in coastal Maine, please welcome Glenn Tucker, the owner of Coastal Kayaking Tours and Acadia Bike, to the show. Thanks for joining me today, Glenn, and welcome back. We last talked to you in May of 2020 during the height of all the stuff going on with COVID. Looks like you survived all of that. Tell us a little bit about your business.
We do. I run Coastal Kayaking Tours and Acadia Bike and Acadia Outfitters and Tour Acadia, a number of small businesses in Bar Harbor, Maine. This is home to Acadia National Park, and we cater to about 4 million tourists a year who come here and provide recreational opportunities for them.
That's awesome. Back when I last talked to you, you said you were catering to a lot of cruise ships. Is that still true?
There has actually been a controversy about cruise ships. There was a municipal ordinance banning all large ships that has since been overturned by an appeals court, and all of that is still in flux right now, so we're not really sure. We do have some cruise ships coming in, not sure what the future will hold with them.
Okay. So what types of jobs do you hire work campers to do?
Okay, we have a staff of close to 50 people, and about half of them are work campers. That's great for us. Like a lot of resort areas, Bar Harbor is at a crisis level with employee housing, so we like the work campers who bring their own homes with them. We have customer service jobs, working behind our counter, explaining our rentals and our tours to people, booking them when they come in, directing them to the proper place. It's a people job. We have bike shop jobs, and those we have a large fleet of rental bikes, and we do bike tours as well. And so people who are inclined towards that might funnel towards that kind of opportunity. We actually, in the last few years, have started taking a few kayak guides for work campers. Up until a few years ago, we didn't get many work campers who were interested in being kayak guides. We have had quite a few in the last few years. And then we have shuttle drivers also. We have driving jobs that also involve tour guiding, and we have driving jobs for both commercial driver's license operators and people who don't have a commercial driver's license.
Okay, so lots of opportunity for about 25 to 30 work campers every year.
Yeah, and we cross-train everybody who comes here. So we call these Swiss Army knife jobs. So one day you might be behind the customer service counter. You might be doing a bike shop job the next day and leading a kayak tour the day after that. So the variety is something that our work campers seem to really enjoy.
Are you expecting all the work campers to be able to provide all of that variety, or can they specialize in one area, like bike repair?
They can specialize in one area, although we generally train them to do at least two things.
Okay.
We do have some people who only do customer service, but it's a limited number of people. One of the things that we are seeing is that we are getting more solo work campers, especially female solo work campers. And we have several of those this year. So we are open to both couples and to solos.
Very good. You guys have been utilizing work campers for a long time, haven't you?
25 years now. I bought this business 30 years ago, and I went out to do a presentation for a campground owner, and there were a lot of people there. And I said, "Where'd you find all your work campers? Where did you find all your employees?" And she said, "They're work campers." And I said, "What in the hell is a work camper?" And things just went from there. The next year we hired one work camper couple, and we've been fully on board with that program for a long time now. We really like our work campers. Almost all of them come with a good work ethic.
That's excellent. You had mentioned before that one of the benefits of hiring work campers is they bring a home with them. Are there any other benefits that you've had for hiring work campers versus local workers?
It is, first of all, they do bring their homes with them, as we mentioned. And then there's that work ethic thing. And most of the work campers are older than our other employees. And I don't know how much you read about Gen Z, but they don't seem to have the same work ethic that work campers do. We're plugged into work campers, and very seldom have we hired people and not been satisfied with them when they were work campers.
That's excellent. Are your opportunities seasonal or year-round?
They are all seasonal. We open on May the 1st. We close on October 31st. And most of our contracts are 4 to 5 months. We work with a local campground that provides discounted sites at an attractive rate for a resort area. We have a really good relationship with that campground. They put most of our employees out in the same area of the campground. In fact, we call it Coastal Kayaking Tours Boulevard. And our work campers are generally a social bunch. They have campfires, they have lobster boils, and enjoy getting together and learning about other people.
I've heard lobster is rather prevalent in that area.
There are lobsters everywhere you look here, and they get better every single year. Another benefit, we right here at Acadia National Park. It is one of the smallest parks in the country, but one of the most heavily visited. It's right here on the ocean. Crashing waves, mountains that come right out of the sea. It's just a beautiful place to spend a few months.
I've heard that from a number of people who have been to that park. So yes, work camping for you would be an awesome opportunity to get to explore that region. And
we like to think it is.
How many hours a week are the work campers putting in?
Usually 30 to 40 hours a week. We have some, and of course, work campers, they vary in the amount of work that they want. We don't hire many part-timers, and by part-timers, we mean people who work only about 20 hours. We've done it from time to time, but usually we're looking for somebody who will put in between 30 and 40 hours. We usually schedule people on 5-day weeks. We're almost always able to schedule spouses or partners so that they have the same day off. And on many occasions, those are consecutive days off so that people have an opportunity to explore this lovely Maine coast.
Absolutely. How much do these jobs pay?
These jobs pay a market rate. We have to be competitive with everybody else here in Bar Harbor. This is a resort area. So we try to stay competitive and pay wages that will make people happy. A lot of our jobs, especially guide jobs, include tips. So we will comprehensively review our pay scale with every work camper that we are talking to.
You said that they're working typically 30 to 40 hours. Is overtime available?
We try to stay away from overtime because it's expensive for us.
I can imagine. Are you looking for any specific traits or qualifications from the work campers?
We are looking for good work ethics and people who are friendly. We still pride ourselves on the old-fashioned customer service concept. We don't have voicemail that are answering the telephones every day. You're going to get somebody on a line, or somebody will call you back very quickly. And I would say we get our 2% of gripes from customers, 2% of grumps. But I was just talking with one of our customer service reps this morning, and I said, for every one person who is dissatisfied, we get 100 who leave here with a smile on their face.
Exactly. Some people just are grumpy by their nature.
Some are grumpy by nature. They are. When fortunately, we don't see many of them.
Do the work campers need special skills or training?
No, we can generally train them. For kayak guides, we do want them to be experienced. And some of our driving jobs involve the ability to tow and back a trailer. And since so many work campers have fifth wheels, most of them can already do that before they get here. And we are able to provide all the training that virtually any of our employees need.
That's awesome. You said that the work campers have to pay for their RV site. How much is that per month?
That averages about $500 a month.
Which is a bargain for being in that area.
For being in the resort area, it is a very good fee.
They don't have to pay for electricity and things like that?
They do pay for electricity, and that generally runs $50 to $100 a month here for most of our work campers.
Okay. How do you typically acquire your work campers?
We start running ads as early as July. In fact, we will start in on the Workamper hotline next week. And we have found one of the major changes we have found is that work campers want to know what they're going to be doing well in advance of when they're going to do it. So in our early years of hiring work campers, we didn't even start advertising until December or January. But now we find that the best work campers plan ahead and are in demand because of the good resumes they usually have. So we'll be cranking up that process within a week or two.
So you don't have any positions available for 2026. You'll be recruiting for 2027.
That's exactly right. We are completely staffed up for 2026, and we're getting ready to start hiring for 2027.
What's involved in the interview and hiring process?
So what we do once we get an ad out there, we ask them to respond by email. And they send us an email, and then we call them, and we talk to every prospective work camper. We will describe the jobs, and then we will ask them to tell us about themselves. And we like to know about their work history. We check references very closely, and we ask people to check us out very closely. The last thing, and at the time that we offer jobs, we send a really detailed job offer letter. The last thing that we want is for a work camper to arrive at this little corner of the United States, which is not on the way to anything, and say, I didn't know I was going to have to do this. We check references. We ask people to check us out very closely, and then we start making hiring. People that we would like to hire, we just don't have a spot, and we will usually say to them, we don't have anything for the coming year, but we're going to keep your application and get back in touch with you for the following year.
How long does it take for you to make a hiring decision?
We start in July 1st with those ads, and then we will gather resumes and applications for about 6 weeks. And then at about the mid-August period, we start talking to people. And we try to wrap this process up by early to mid-fall.
Wow, that's good. You're right. It will attract the best work campers by hiring early. What can a work camper do to really stand out if they wanted to work for your company?
The thing they can really stand out for us is by telling us what they can bring to the table and not asking us immediately. The one danger sign that we see is when somebody first question is, how much am I going to get paid? And we know that people are interested in their salaries, and we're very upfront about that. But we're a lot more interested in hearing somebody say, I've got extensive customer service, and here are the skills I can bring to you.
That's a good point. That's one of the job applying or job application 101 kind of skills that people need to have.
Yep.
What draws people to your area? So if they've got consecutive days off, what can they do when they're not working for you?
The coast of Maine is just an amazing place to explore. Our coastline has harbors and inlets and bays. We have mountains a little farther inland. There are just countless things to see here. So people don't have any trouble finding ways to explore or places to explore when they come to work with us.
How far are you from Boston?
We're 5 hours from Boston.
So a nice day trip.
Yep, they can do that in a day, or a lot of people, of course, most of them are driving vehicles that they tow their fifth wheels, and they will take the vehicles down and maybe spend the night. We're very cognizant of the fact that people do have obligations sometimes, and we work with them as long as they let us know in advance. For instance, if a work camper has a wedding come up in the family, we just say, let us know before you get there so that we can help you with scheduling that. We don't really want people to walk in and on Sunday and say, I'd like all of next week off.
Absolutely. How far away is Prince Edward Island in the Canadian provinces?
PEI we're only about 2 hours from the Canadian border, but Prince Edward Island is about a 6-hour drive from here. So it's a haul to get there, but going up into PEI and then going up into Nova Scotia, there's a ferry that leaves from Bar Harbor and goes to Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. If people give us some notice, they can get 3 or 4 days off in a row and do a nice road trip via the ferry and then driving back down.
There's a lot of things for people to do in the nearby states. That's one of the benefits of being in New England, because New Hampshire, Rhode Island, Vermont, all of those are relatively close.
Yep, nothing's very far away.
What's one thing you wish all work campers knew before they came to work for you?
I wish that all new campers knew before they came to work for us how customer service oriented our company is and how much we want people to leave with a smile on their face. As I mentioned, we have a few grumps who come in here, but we want them to leave. And every once in a while, there is a dispute about something. We're very clear about the cancellation policies on our tours and rentals. Some people get angry when they violate that. We try to work with them as well as we can, but we want our customer service people to be in tune with making our customers happy. And usually if there is a dispute, they will call me or one of our managers to come down and handle that.
Excellent. Where can people get more information about this amazing opportunity?
You can look at our website, www.acadiafun.com. That's ACADIAFUN.com. And there is a wealth of information on there about everything that we do.
Are you actively involved in social media?
We are involved in social media, and increasingly that's where people go. We have a Facebook page, and we do our best to get the word out there. What we have found, work campers are involved in social media, but the older ones, not as much as the younger ones.
I would agree with that. Very good. Thank you so much for sharing this opportunity with me today, Glenn. I really appreciate it. I wish you the best of luck going forward and hope that a bunch of work campers take advantage of this incredible opportunity.
I hope so too, Greg. I enjoyed talking with you again. I am getting ready to celebrate my 78th birthday, and I hope I'll be talking with you again in another 6 years.
As you heard, working with Glenn's businesses offer much more than a seasonal paycheck. Whether you're helping guests at the customer service counter, maintaining bicycles, driving shuttles, or leading kayak tours, you'll spend the summer surrounded by the beauty of Acadia National Park and New England. You'll also work alongside a team that values flexibility, teamwork, and outstanding customer service. Glenn explained how work camping couples enjoy shared days off to explore the Maine coast and why so many work campers return because of the welcoming community they've built over the years. If this sounds like the kind of work camping experience you've been looking for, visit acadiafun.com to learn more about the company and its opportunities. You can also follow Acadia Fun on Facebook for regular updates. Today's episode was sponsored by Workamper News. Creating a resume can be a cumbersome and intimidating task, especially if you haven't written a resume in many years. The unique Workamper News Resume Builder takes you through a step-by-step process to build a complete resume with all the information Workamper employers are looking for when reviewing applications. Once complete, your resume can be emailed to anyone, and the software tracks when and to whom you have sent it. You can print out a resume or make it into a PDF, which can then be uploaded or emailed. Some employers never advertise, not on workamper.com or anywhere else. They find all their applicants just by searching the Workamper News resume database. If you don't have a resume in the Workamper.com database, you'll be missing out on some great opportunities. To open the door to more Workamping jobs, become a Workamper member today by visiting www.workamper.com. That's all for this week's show. Next time I'll be speaking with a representative from an RV industry supplier who describes a brand of mobile and installed RV generators that power all kinds of adventures for all types of RVs. I'll have that interview in the next episode of The Workamper Show. Thanks for listening, and if you like these interviews, please consider leaving a review wherever you download the episodes.